Hi, it's Rhiannon from the Epsom Bakehouse, and welcome back. We're talking all things great bread baking during Real Bread Week. This week we're celebrating baking and enjoying great bread made only with flour, water, salt and yeast. If you've been baking this week or last weekend, do let me know in the comments. I always love to find out what bread you're baking. Also, if you've got any bread baking questions, do let me know in the comments and I'll get back to you on answering those. Today I'm going to talk about how to score the top of your dough using a blade. And this is something that was done over many years, and originally it was often a way for the baker to make a personal mark in the top of the loaf, so showing who had baked it. Scoring can also give you a way to, for when the loaf does its final rise in the oven, it's a controlled way of the dough opening up, so you're just giving a way for that gas that's expanding in the heat to have a controlled release. Basically, and if you score, you can also make a nice pattern in the top of your dough. Now, if you've never done this before, you might have seen online some really great demonstrations of beautiful patterns on the tops of doughs. I wouldn't suggest you start with that kind of pattern. Just go for a simple, perhaps 3 diagonal cuts, which I'll show you here, or 1 cut right down the middle. What can you use to score your dough? So this fairly sorry looking item actually now is a grignette or lame or lame. You can choose which way you pronounce it. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. It's essentially a razor blade on a stick, and it should have a handle there, but obviously I got a little bit carried away slashing some dough at some point, and that has unfortunately broken off, so I probably need to get a new one. But you can probably just see it is literally a blade, and it was once attached to a stick, and I've got a cover for it here, which obviously keeps it safe when it's in my cupboard. Because you can also use, I often use a kitchen knife, and particularly a serrated bread knife, to do slashing. So I'll show you with both of those, and then you can get a feel for how you use it. The technique that you want to use, and as I say, I will show you, but what you're aiming for is a very shallow angle, so no digging down at kind of a 90-degree straight down angle into your dough. Don't dig down. You're looking to go almost straight across the dough, and don't dig. Do not dig down into your dough, because now that this dough has risen well in the pan, you can see it's fairly wobbly, and if you dig down, all you're going to do is compress the gas that has risen that dough up and deflate your dough. So you just want to try and make 3 fairly light pressure but shallow cuts whichever direction you're going in on your dough. So I'm going to grab some flour and dust the top of these, and when we come back I will show you how to score them. Right, I've thrown flour everywhere, and now I'm ready to score the top of my loaf. So I'll start with the blade. So I'm going to do some diagonal cuts with this one. So just straight across, no pulling, and the dough, because you're releasing the tension that you've built up in the gluten strands, the dough will open up slightly as you score it. But you can see the dough is starting to open up, and then I'll show you with the knife. So just straight across. I'm not digging down, I'm just going straight across. Just go back a bit. Alright, so you can see the dough has started to open up. So those are ready to go in the oven, and that is how you slash across your bread. So do give that a go, and if you've got any questions, let me know in the comments. And if you've been enjoying the tips that I've been sharing this week and you want to get more of those, do sign up for my regular newsletter. The link is in the comments to do that. You'll get hints and tips about bread making at home, and also recipes and other news from me. And to start you off, you'll get 5 tips into your email box, 1 per day. You'll also be the first in line to hear my exciting news that will be announced at the end of this Real Bread Week. So do sign up now. Otherwise, I hope you've been enjoying these tips and you're baking great bread at home during Real Bread Week, and I look forward to chatting more bread making with you soon. Bye!